Alright, so I had a big request about if I can get some trigger pull weight on these and kind of get a video of the take up. And this one with the silencer code lower is the new Rare Breed FRT15L3. No chamfered edge. That's probably the best way to tell on the locking bar. Versus the Delta Team Tactical has a chamfered edge around the locking bar. I'm going to tape up the hammer with an earplug just to keep it from hitting the lower and the last round bolt hold open. I'm going to use a piece of tape to help hold the locking bar forward. Alright, so we're going to put it there. I got just a cheap trigger pull weight scale, nothing fancy. I'm going to try to do this the same on both lowers. It's going to be kind of difficult because it likes to move around, but I don't want it touching the bottom because then it'll create drag. So sitting at 5.5 pounds. We'll do that two more times, just so we can get that it's accurate. Oh, my tape come undone there. Let's try this again. That time it was over 6 pounds, and it might be something that I'm doing to create that. Let's try to pull it from a different angle. Five and a half. Do one more since we had a fluke on the other one. Just over 5.5. Alright, so I'd say it's pretty close to being 5.5 on the Delta Team Tactical. We're going to flip it to FRT and see what that pull weight is. Almost 7.5 on the first one. Okay. Let's try that again. Just over 7. So just over 7 pounds, about 7.5. So I'm gonna pause the video and come back, and I'm gonna get the Rare Breed lower set up. Alright, we're back. I have the Rare Breed in this one. Same thing, just an earplug taped to the hammer just to keep it from hitting the last round bolt hold open, and tape holding the locking bar down so I can try to measure this without trying to do a bunch of different things at once. So let's get this, try to get it measured and pretty close to the same spots. So we're at just over 4.5. Just under 5 pounds. About 4.5. So it's pretty close, between 4.5 and 5 pounds consistently on this one. Four and a half. So we're going to try it in FRT. Almost 8, or just over 8 pounds. It's quite a bit compared to the Delta. There we go. That's a little bit better. It's about 6.5. Six and a half. Six and a half. So I'd say it's pretty consistently about 6.5, minus that first pull. It could have been me, it could have been this cheap little thing. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at take up on this. So in regular semi, and this is the Rare Breed, feels like almost no take up. Reset, and there's some take up. It's just a nice little wall there, so when you kind of break through the wall, it just kind of goes ahead and continues. Let's see. I'd say it's about a quarter, maybe a little less. On take up, and then on FRT, I'd imagine it's going to be pretty close to the same, just heavier weight. Yeah, it's about the same. It's got a nice little wall to it. I'm going to pause the video and come back with the Delta Team Tactical lower. Alright, so I have the Delta, and put a new piece of tape on here. That one's not sticking very well. sure it's not touching the trigger. Alright, so we're going to go semi. So it kind of breaks right through. It does have some take up, and it actually seems like it's a little less take up than the Rare Breed. Reset. Reset. And there's almost no movement after the reset. Alright. FRT. It's about the same. Maybe a little bit more take up. I feel like the trigger is traveling a little bit longer. Not much. Alright. That's it. I do feel like, as I shoot with this hand, let's see. That the Rare Breed, even though it seems like the trigger's got a little bit longer trigger pull, it feels nicer and smoother. Like it doesn't feel as stiff. Like this one has a harder wall to break through than this one. I mean, they're both noticeably there, but these aren't competition triggers by no means. They're duty grade triggers. They're not, made to be a 3-pound or a 2-pound trigger. So, overall, the Rare Breed has more take up, but lighter. The Delta Team Tactical has less take up, but it's a heavier pull. The wall is more noticeable on the Delta Team Tactical versus the Rare Breed. The Rare Breed, the wall, it's there, but it's smoother. Like it feels like you just kind of roll through it, if that makes sense. Alright guys, thanks.